Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Today I will explain a topic from a chapter 1 plant morphology and anatomy focusing in 1.4 which is fruit and seed development. Have you ever wondered how does a fruit actually form or how do seed develop inside the plant? Fruits and seed are very important parts of flowering plants. They are responsible for plant reproduction and also provide food for humans and animals. In this video, we will learn how fruits are formed, type of fruits, how seeds are formed, seed development, and germinations. So, let's begin. Fruit development starts after a fertilization occurs in a flower. After pollination, the ovary inside the flower begin to grow and change. This ovary eventually becomes the fruit. At the same time, the ovule inside the ovary develop into seeds. So, in other words, ovary will become a fruit, ovules will become seeds. The main functions of fruits is to protect the seeds and help in their dispersal, meaning spreading them to new places so new plant can grow and make sure their lineage. There are four main types of fruits. First is simple fruits, second is aggregate fruits, third is multiple fruits, and is false or accessory fruits. We will go through one by one. First is a simple fruit. Simple fruits develop from the ovary of the single flower. They can be fleshy fruits like plum and peaches or dry fruits like a walnut and hazelnut. So, simple fruits come from one flower with one ovary. Second is aggregate fruits. Aggregate fruits develop from many carpels of one flower. This means a single flower produces many small partful which are grouped together. These small fruits are attached to a fleshy structure called the receptacle. For example, is strawberry, blackberries, and raspberries, where many small parts from one fruit like structured together. Third is multiple fruits. Multiple fruits develop from many different flowers that grow closely together. Each flower produces a fruit, and then all of them fuse together into one large fruit. A common example, as we can see, is a pineapple and jackfruit. Next is a false or accessory fruits. False fruits are different because they are not formed from the ovary alone. Instead, they from other parts of the flower, such as the receptacle. These fruits can still be simple aggregate or multiple in structure. A good example, as we can see, is apple, where the fleshy part we eat is not only from the ovary. Or other examples is a peach. Next is pericarp layer anatomy for fruits. The pericarp develops directly from the ovary wall and is structurally separated into three specialized functional zones, which is exocarp, mesocarp, and endocarp. First is exocarp. The outermost epidermal region consists of a tight waxy layer preventing moisture loss and resisting insect predations. Second is mesocarp. The thick middle parenchyma block. In a fleshy fruit, the zone accumulates water and a simple sugar to invite frugivores. Third is endocarp, the variable inner boundary layer directly surrounding the seed coat. It can dry into paper or harden stony endocarp drupes, or we call it the drupes. Now, let's move to seed formations. Seed develop from the ovules inside the ovary after fertilizations. Once fertilization happens, the ovule will become the seeds and the ovary will become the fruits. The seeds contains a tiny developing plant called the embryo, which will grow into a new plant when the conditions are right. Next is the seed has the three main parts. First, seed coat. This is the outer layer that protects the seed from damage and drying out. Third is embryo. This is the young plant inside the seeds. It has a root part, we call it as radicle, and the shoot part, we call it as plumule. Third is will become have a food storage. These provide energy for the embryo during germinations. It helps and seed grow until it can produce its own food. Seed also divide by two types, which is a monocot, example is corn seed, and also dicot, example is bean seed. After the seed is formed, it goes through a development stage. During this stage, the seeds mature. It becomes dormant, meaning it stops growing temporarily. It waits for stable conditions like water, oxygen, and temperature. Once conditions are right, the seed is ready to germinate. As we can see in this graph, we can see the red line is the fresh week, the green is the dry week, and the blue is the water week. We can see it have a three stages, which is the stage one is the histo differentiation, which is all this line will increasing. At the stage two, cell expansion will happen. Stage three is maturation drying. The plant will dry and go to death. Next is germination in the process with a seed growing into a new plant. There are two main types. First is epidural. Epidural, the hypothetical elongates rapidly, forming an active hook that physically pulls cotyledon up above the soil level. For example, is a garden bean. Next is hypogel. The epicotyl undergoes selective elongation while the hypocotyl remains dormant, keeping the cotyledon safely buried below the surface. For example, is pea and corn. In the conclusions, fruits and seeds are essential for plant reproductions. We can learn how the fruit develop from flowers, different type of fruit exist, seeds are formed and structured, germination start a new plant life. That's all from me. Thank you.